Biden officially announces that he seeks re-election. President Joe Biden on Tuesday formally announced that he is running for re-election in 2024, asking voters to give him more time to finish this job he began when he was sworn into office and to set aside their concern about extending the run of America's oldest president for another 4 years. Biden, who would be 86 at the end of his second term, is betting his first term legislative achievements and more than 50 years of experience in Washington will count for more than concerns over his age. He faces a smooth path to winning his party's nomination with no serious Democratic rivals, but he's still set for a hard-fought struggle to retain the presidency in a bitter, divided nation. The announcement in a 3-minute video comes on the 4-year anniversary of when Biden declared for the White House in 2019, promising to heal the soul of the nation amid the turbulent presidency of Donald Trump, a goal that has remained elusive. I said we are in a battle for the soul of America, and we still are, Biden said. The question we are facing is whether in the years ahead we have more freedom or less freedom, more rights or fewer. While the prospect of seeking re-election has been given for most modern presidents, that's not always been the case for Biden. A notable swath of Democratic voters have indicated they would prefer he not run, in part because of his age. Concerns Biden has called totally legislative meant, but ones he did not address head on in the launch video. Yet few things have unified Democratic voters like the prospect of Trump turning to power and Biden's political standing within his party stabilized after Democrats notched a stronger than expected performance in last year's midterm elections. The president is set to run again on the same themes that bind his parties last fall, particularly on prospecting access to abortion. Personal freedom, is fundamental to who we are as Americans. There's nothing more important, nothing more sacred, Biden said in the launch video, depicting Republican extremists as trying to roll back access to abortion, cut Social Security, limit voting rights, and ban books they disagree with. Around the country, MAGA extremists are lining up to take those bedrock freedoms away. This is not a time to be complacent, Biden added. That's why I'm running for re-election. As the contours of the campaign begin to take shape, Biden plans to campaign on his record. He spent his first 2 years as president combating the coronavirus pandemic and pushing through the major bills such as the bipartisan infrastructure package and legislation to promote high-tech manufacturing and climate measures. With Republicans now in control of the House, Biden has shifted his focus to implementing those massive laws and making sure voters credit him for the improvements. The president also multiplied policy goals and unmet promises from his first campaign that he's asking voters on giving him another chance to fulfill. Let's finish this job I know we can, Biden said in the video, repeating a mantra he said a dozen times during his State of the Union address in February, listing everything from passing a ban on assault style weapons and lowering the cost of prescription drugs to codifying a national right to abortion after the Supreme Court's ruling last year overturning Roe versus Wade. That's all I have to say for this video.